See you at the top.
See you at the top.
This is the Schmo with the Pro. He's 23-8. He's the number 5 ranked UFC Lightweight, the most electrifying man to cross over in the UFC. He's Iron Michael Chandler in the flesh, the Marriott. UFC 299, Miami. How we doing?
We're doing good, man. I am excited to be here. I was at the press conference yesterday. I have actually never been to a press conference yet. I was with the boys guys, and they were rowdy, man. So I think they were talking about breaking the gate record. So it's gonna be UFC 299 is gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be. I'm excited to be here and go watch some fights.
So you're just here to watch some fights, not here to break some news, Iron Michael Chandler.
Hey, we will be breaking news in the near future, but nothing this weekend. I'm just hanging out, doing a couple appearances, and I trained this week at my gym here in Florida, and then now I'm here for a little fun watching.
Well, the Schmo saw you doing some sort of countdown on social media. You've seen it. The Schmo's been hounding you for months now. Conor McGregor teasing he's going to fight you and then fight Nate Diaz in the Sphere in the fall. Does that entice you a little bit that this thing is going to be getting done?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, obviously, this thing has been a while in the making, right? We did the Ultimate Fighter, and I hear everybody. I see all the comments and stuff. I get it. As you just said, obviously, I'm not the biggest self-promoter. I let my fighting do the talking, but there is a big difference when I step inside the octagon and other guys do, right? I've been going to a lot of events lately. I was in Vegas in December, and I went to Anaheim, and now we're here in Miami. You can tell a difference when you watch people, what they bring to the octagon. What I bring to the octagon is just a level above from an intensity, a pace standpoint. So I understand everybody. They want to see me fight. They feel like I'm wasting my career and all these different things. But that's really just to me, a compliment, because there's so many people that want to see me fight. And now you're going to get to watch me fight Conor this summer. It's going to happen. I believe June is going to happen. And just stay tuned. We got 299 now. 300 is going to be fun. I'll be at 300. Then you'll have 301, 302, whatever they are. And me and Conor, I'm going to go out there and take his head off.
Well, Dana White just announced who's going to be next up for the Ultimate Fighter. We're going to see Alexa Grasso, Valentina Shevchenko. Tell this Schmo there's no shot that those two dance for a trilogy before you and Conor enter the octagon.
No, probably not. But it is cool that they are doing the Ultimate Fighter. Obviously, they're going to have to, go through the whole process and stuff. And I'm excited for them. I loved the Ultimate Fighter process. People ask me, you were a great coach on the Ultimate Fighter. Would you be a coach? Would you make that a profession? I definitely would not. But for the confines of those 5-6 weeks that we were in Las Vegas, loving on those guys, helping those guys, man. I just saw Kurt Hollabaugh and Roosevelt Roberts this week. They were down here training with me in Florida. Austin Hubbard's been to the gym. I believe Jason Knights came to the gym. So, my guys, we're connected forever, right? The bonds that you make in the Ultimate Fighters is a lifetime. So I'm excited for Alexa Grasso and Shevchenko. It's going to be a fun process for them.
It's like a fraternity, or in this case, it'll be a sorority that they bond together.
Yeah, I mean, it should be cool. I mean, is it all female cast? Or,
I don't know yet.
I don't think they did that, but obviously, female coaches. So there'll probably be some women fighters there, at least, if not all. But yeah, no, it was an awesome process. I've thrown my name in the hat a couple times. I've talked to the powers that be, ESPN, UFC. Self-proclaimed greatest TUF coach of all time. Obviously we won the show hands down, but also I just enjoyed it, and the way that I poured into my fighters was something different. But it's kind of like my fighting. It's kind of like business. It's kind of like how I am as a person. Everything worth doing is worth overdoing, and that's how I do it.
Well, when you told the Schmo at the very beginning of you signing with the UFC, you weren't going to be here for a long time. You were going to be here for a good time. Would you say it's been both a long time and a good time?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a little bit longer, I mean, I knew coming into the UFC. I came into the UFC as a 34-year-old salty veteran, right? I knew the ending is closer to me than the beginning was, right? So I had a few good years left, and I still got a ton of tread left on the tires. If you look at my body of work inside of the UFC, fighting top contender after top contender. And, we've had a very, very good time, as you can see by the response of everybody itching to watch me come back and fight into the octagon, get this fight with Conor. It's a blessing, and it's a compliment because I am one of those guys that you will pay to watch, and I will have you on the edge of your seat, and it will be electrifying, it will be violent, and it will be different. So I can't wait to put that pace on Conor, make him second guess himself, and take his head off.
Well, it's been a couple of weeks. When you stole the show, you took the mic at WWE Raw following UFC in Anaheim, UFC 298, scale 1 to 10, 10 being the best. When you reflect on it, how would you rate your mic skills that night? I know they didn't give you the best mic.
Yeah, I think it was an 11.
11?
11. And the way that happened too, I mean, if you really want to talk about how it happened, I mean, it wasn't even supposed to happen that way. I was like, hey, I want the microphone. And within 1 minute, I had about 30 seconds to prepare, handed the mic, and then ripped a promo, ripped my shirt off. It was a lot of fun, man. It was a blast. There was a huge pop with the crowd. It was a huge, a lot of juice going on inside the arena there at Anaheim. So WWE is fun, and I see myself grabbing the mic a couple more times. We'll see.
There it is. This fight with Conor McGregor, 185, because you're looking pretty svelte. You're looking like you can make a lightweight right now.
I'm about 188 right now, so I mean I'm lean. I'm in shape. I've been training. I'm laying down a good pre-camp, if you will, right? So I'm cleaning everything up, training extra hard, working on mobility. April 1, I really hit it hard. I've kind of started that pre-camp routine, and I'm always in shape. Everybody knows I'm always in shape. I could take a fight on short notice if I needed to for any of these cards. I've never been offered another fight. So the fight with me and Conor is the fight that is happening. I'm not going to say it's his fault. I'm not going to say it's the UFC's fault. There's a lot of things going on, and the fans at home and the general MMA fan base doesn't understand all the intricacies that happen trying to put together a fight. I do not envy Dana White and Hunter Campbell and the powers that be at the UFC, because what they are trying to deal with and put together on a week-to-week basis is nothing short of incredible. But the time is coming. We're getting dang close. And, Conor says me and June Diaz in September in the Sphere, and then Manny Pacquiao or whatever. I got plans of my own. I go out there, I finish Conor in emphatic fashion. I don't take any damage. I turn right around and I fight Islam for the title. Or if the UFC does have a momentary lapse of judgment, they don't give me the title shot against Islam or whoever has the title, then I fight Nate Diaz at the Sphere in September. I can make a quick turnaround. I am built for this. I can fight 5 times a year if I need to. So that's my plans right now, but it starts in June with decapitating Conor McGregor.
Let the tables turn. Take everything the man's worked for.
Take everything he's worked for, mother effer. I like that, right? I mean, it's it's one of those deals, man, where I'm having fun with it. People can question what they want to question. I am living the dream. I'm living an absolute dream, and there's no doubt that I've earned every single ounce of this thing. So I'm just enjoying it, having a blast. I've spent more time with my family than I have in my entire career. And the boy enjoyed a little bit of a time off anyway. I came into the UFC extremely hot. 6 weigh-ins, 5 fights in a 2-year period. And so this last year, obviously we had The Ultimate Fighter, so it wasn't a waste of time. Then The Ultimate Fighter aired. It was not a waste of time. I've invested in other businesses. I've been helping run and build other businesses. I am a businessman who is very violent in a cage. I'm not just a fighter who collects a paycheck. And I think that's been part of the intrigue of it all, too. You guys can say I'm wasting my career, or I need this, or I need to do that. But it's an enviable position to be able to make over 7 figures and not even have to step inside the Octagon. And that's what I've done over the last year. And that's just what I've been able to stand up with my platform and the platform that the UFC has given me, and just enjoying the ride. We got Hiatus Tequila. We've got all these other things. My fitness app is absolutely blowing up. The community, Cram Nutrition, which is slowly going to work it into the UFC, and it's going to become a official partner with the UFC.
They're going to be on the mat.
That's what we're working on. You got big visions, we got big things. I'm not just a guy who fights in a cage for a living. So it's fun, it's enjoyable, and also with a big platform, to whom much is given, much is required. We almost have gotten to the 1-year anniversary, and this is very serious to me. Hits very home. A half mile from my house in March of last year, there was a school shooting at the Covenant School. And I went to this benefit concert. I introduced Morgan Wallen. Jason Aldean was there. Craig Morgan, Need to Breathe. And they gave me this hat that said Covenant on it. I wore it to a UFC fight. And then I thought, man, wait, there's something bigger going on here. So I went to my guys at Mellon. We printed up 1,000 of these Covenant hats. And for a $100 donation to the Covenant School, you can get a melon hat, and you can donate above and beyond. So we're going to be able to raise over 6 figures for the Covenant School, which goes into a fund to help resources, therapy, stuff at the school, improvements to the school. So with the great platform, you can do awesome things and help heal people, right? So we call this the hat that heals. So if anybody wants, go to covenanthats.com right now, get a hat, wear it with pride, and like I said, to whom much is given, much is required. And I've been very busy. I haven't fought in the last year, but I've been very busy.
An entrepreneur, a philanthropist, a jack of all trades, Michael Chandler can do it all. Is a very chiseled man. Got to ask you about another chiseled man. He's a UFC middleweight champion, DDP Dricus Duplessis. He's trained inside the friendly confines of Killcliff FC. Who would you like to see him defend his title next against?
Man, I mean, obviously there's a lot, there's a lot of stuff going on. Weren't they trying to make him and Adesanya for 300 and it didn't work? I mean, obviously, him and Israel makes a lot of sense, obviously, right? There was the whole Africa stuff and there was all that stuff going on there, which was very interesting. I mean, that's a fight everyone wants to see, right? I would say that would be the one that makes a lot of sense. Dricus is, he proved the doubters wrong. I did get to spend some time with him here in Florida and training. Good dude. Absolutely chiseled. But he was still the second most chiseled guy at the gym when I was at the gym.
Of course.
And that hurt his ego a little bit.
That's why he went back to South Africa?
Exactly. He's like, I can't hang here. I can't take my shirt off and be the most jacked guy in the room. No. But he's awesome, and it was some fun time to spend with him in Florida, and then also I got to watch him when he fought Sean Strickland, so it was good.
You think he's got it in him to hold this title for a while and have a long reign?
You never know, man. I mean, it really is interesting. The people at home won't really be able to understand the psychology of the fighter from contender to number one contender to champion, right? Sometimes it changes you, sometimes it makes you better, sometimes it added too much pressure. So we'll see. We'll see how he performs as the champion, the guy with the belt, the guy who walks into the cage, who has to defend the belt instead of try to win the belt. So it'll be interesting. I mean, I think he's definitely got a championship mentality. I've watched him train, I've watched him fight, and it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Michael Chandler always knows what to say. Can we get a final message for all the Iron Mike fans out there worldwide?
Yeah, to all the Iron Michael fans, man, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for being on this journey with me. I know it's been a little bit of a long process, but I promise you, whenever this fight finally does happen, and you can see the performance that I put on, and I possibly do something that nobody's ever done, and beat Conor the way that I'm going to beat him. Thank you guys for watching. It's going to be all worth it. And then it's even bigger and better things. And we will hold UFC gold before I hang them up. And it's going to be a blast.
He's the pro. I'm the schmo. UFC 299. We're out.